Good morning and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two American blended whiskeys. Just bear with me. I'm having to work around this feral cat that insists on coming in the house. I call the cat Orangey because it's orange and has orange eyes, but she, female, it is tamer now. You know, it used to be wild, but it's tame, semi-tame, I guess you'd say, semi-tame. But it thinks it belongs here, like it. I tell people it's not my cat. I don't know where this cat came from, but it kind of like latched on to me. Won't let any other human touch her. She takes off running. My friend David, and my next door neighbor, she'll kind of let them approach her, but she's very afraid of them. But me, she got to get up on my lap and rub her head on my chin, but the beard, and just very spoiled, babyish. I would call it babyish. Okay. So if I keep stopping, it's because I got to deal with this. Here is Royale Club, bottled in California and Kentucky by, says County Line Distillers, but we know it's Sazerac because at the top it says we love to hear from our customers. It got the number and Sazerac.com on it. So we know that. 80% grain spirits, unaged, raw, whereas in Canada, Ireland, and Scotland, it has to be aged at least 3 years to be called whiskey. In the United States, they allow you to use 20% unaged grain spirits, typically corn, but does not have to be corn. Has to come from grain, obviously. And then it has to be at least 20% straight whiskey, which is normally bourbon, but does not have to be. Could be straight corn whiskey. Okay, they allow coloring to be added, caramel, and they allow flavoring to be added, as long as it doesn't exceed 2.5% of the volume. Has to be, it says NTE, not to exceed 2.5% of the volume. Has to be harmless coloring and flavoring. What the government calls harmless coloring and flavoring. Okay. All right, so there's the Royale Club. Never could find a trademark date. Like, when was this introduced? Could not find it. Kept looking. Found out why. It's never been trademarked. If you look at the label, there's no indication that it's that Royale Club is a trademark. So I said, oh, well, there's your answer. It's an old style looking bottle, though. Looks like something from the 1940s or 50s. Really that old? Looks that old. Okay, but I really don't know. Here's Clubhouse. Now they're telling me that the trademark was issued in 2018, which would have been right before I reviewed Clubhouse Gin, which was around 2019, I guess. So it seemed like it's older than that, but it's saying right here. Let's look. It's saying Clubhouse. It's a registered trademark. Goods and services, distilled spirits. It says first use anywhere in commerce. January. I guess that's January 10th, 2018. January 10th, 2018. Current trademark owners: Heaven Hill Distilleries Incorporated, the original registrant. Matthew A. Williams was the attorney who filed it. So it's got to be correct. You know, I mean, it's look like that's legitimate information. Just seemed like it was older, but you know, might just seem like maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Clubhouse clothing for men. Clubhouse pillows. There's Clubhouse snack mix from California Almond Growers Exchange. Clubhouse sunglasses from FGG Investments Incorporated. Clubhouse suitcases, valises, traveling bags, and attaché cases from Airway Industries Incorporated. So you get it. It's a common name for trademark. In this case, whiskey. There is a Clubhouse gin. There is a Clubhouse vodka. There is a Clubhouse brandy. There's the Clubhouse blended whiskey. There may be a Clubhouse straight bourbon whiskey. And I guess I missed one of the classes, but they all got a different color. You know, the Clubhouse rum, right? Clubhouse rum is aquamarine and gold. This is brown, gold, and like cream colored. Brown, gold, and cream, which would be commonly found on a 1981 Dodge Monaco. You say, my grandmother had a 1981 Dodge Monaco, and it had the same color scheme. It was metallic brown with brown vinyl seats and, of course, pebbled, whatever they call that, pebbled vinyl, and it had cream colored and gold trim. You say, what about Royale Club? Yes, Royale Club with its cream, brown, and gold trim with the gold cap would have been the same color scheme you would have seen on a 1983 Buick LeSabre. All right. My father always hated brown for cars. I said I wanted a night. Back in 1987, I remember seeing a brown Ford Mustang LX 5.0. And I thought, wow, that must be the only brown Ford Mustang LX 5.0 in existence. And that was the last year you could get the vinyl seats, which are more durable than the cloth. And I always said that's my dream, to get a 1987 metallic brown Ford Mustang 5.0. Because it'd be unique, you know. Okay. Oh, yeah. I poured too much. How are we going to fix this? I'm definitely not drinking all this. This is the Clubhouse. Yeah. I know what I'll do. I can't get it back in the bottle. I'll just put it somewhere for now. Okay. You get down for a moment, please. Thank you. Come on back. Come on back. I just poured some in a coffee cup, and then I'll just add a little bit more of the Royale Club, which should solve the problem. Clubhouse. The Clubhouse rum, silver rum, and I assume they make a gold. Might be assuming wrong. Yeah, it was pretty good. It's made in Kentucky, and we all know nothing says rum like Kentucky. All right. Rum is not one of those designated products that have to be made in a certain area. Okay, so that's brown, or yeah, just like tan. All right, that's what we call it, tan, and copper or gold. Come on back up here, because I don't trust you. Oh, I knew this was going to be a problem. Why don't you come back up here, because you want to get up on the top of the boxes? No? Okay. Boy, it was a long jump. Come on. Okay, come on. If you lay there, that's fine. If you start wandering, that ain't fine. Sunlight is, yeah, I see a little blue in the sky, like it's like these whiskeys, but it's a 90-10 ratio right now. 90% dark and 10% blue. I don't know what the blend ratio is on Clubhouse. Could it be higher than 80-20? It could be. The minimum is 80-20. It has to be at least 20% straight whiskey. But that's not a rule as far as you can't go higher. You can make a higher ratio of straight whiskey. It doesn't matter how high you go. It's just you can't go lower than 20, or it becomes a different class called spirit whiskey. Yep, an actual product, spirit whiskey, which I've seen sold for rather expensive price. Rebecca Creek spirit whiskey. I said, oh, I don't think I'm going to pay $25 for a product that's like 91% grain spirits and only 9% straight whiskey, but they sell it. JB's Hangout says, Royale Club win yet? Yeah, it's done pretty well. I haven't done well. I've only gotten 5 right, 3 wrong, and 2 ties. 5, 3, and 2. Well, let's hope this continues to turn around, because I've only got, I think, 4 contests left, unless I overlooked a blended whiskey, but I don't think I did. Yeah, that smells like wood. Distilled fermented corn, fermented then distilled corn, and well, that's about it. This smells similar, but it's like a special tweak to it. You say that's that flavoring they add to the Clubhouse. Yeah, probably so. What is the flavoring? More than likely, it's what they call blending sherry. The U.S. government says, for example, many distillers add blending sherry to blended whiskeys for consistency and flavor. But it didn't say that that's the only flavoring allowed. It just said, for example, they do that. Because if you read the website, it just said flavorings. I mean, I doubt they're going to use candy canes or bananas, but I mean, I guess they could, but you see, they can't though, really, because then it could violate the general rule, which is what? It has to have the flavor and aromas generally associated with whiskey. See, the flavor and aroma generally associated with whiskey. So if they use some crazy flavoring and it made it taste like bananas, like runts, then it would be violating the regulations, because it can't be a whiskey that tastes like banana. That's actually that would make it out. They wouldn't be able to sell it unless they called it banana flavored whiskey. See, so there are some parameters it has to follow. All right, let's go. Or with that, it has within it has to remain within those parameters. Okay. I think I'm picking up the nut oil. I said this from the get-go, that the Royale Club had an unusual like walnut or pecan oil flavor. Do I think they're adding walnuts and pecans? No, I don't think they're adding that. Is it the predominant flavor? No, it's an under flavor. It's an underlying, almost even covert flavor. The general flavor is, like I said, just standard whiskey. Not exactly high grade, but you know what I'm saying. Why would it be high grade? It was $6.99 for a bottle. And I have even more shocking news. The Clubhouse was $5.99 on special at Discount Depot and Savannah Discount. And that's a liter bottle. True story. $5.99 for a liter. You know, I think as insane as that sounds, I still might be able to get it for that. It might have gone up to $6.99. It's still cheap. $6.99 for a liter. There it is, 1 liter of well, yeah. Now I knew somebody that was kind of in some financial difficulty, looking for a new job, and he was buying this stuff and telling me, "Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good." And I said, "Are you just convincing yourself that it's good because of no income streams right now, or is it legitimately good?" "Oh no, it's good." And then I noticed once he got a job and the money started coming back in, I said, "What happened to the clubhouse? I just see it sitting over there on the counter." "Oh, well, that stuff's not too good." I said, "Oh, I see how it works. It's all in the context." When you're short on cash, it's pretty good. When you got money, I ain't drinking that junk. Jeremy says, Jeremy, that's that other. JV's Hangout said, "Oh, okay. Thumbs up." Tab 2120 says, "A lot of these websites don't give a thorough description." Yeah, even if they have a website listing, it doesn't tell you anything. But in this case, neither one has a website listing, so you're not going to get anything, except they got a product specifications on Heaven Hill. It will just say, okay, it comes in this size bottle, and you get that many in a case. It's basically, that's on there for the wholesalers to get information, what they can order. But I mean, you can look, it is available to the public. Wow, you really get some deals. That's true. Some people might say, well, that ain't no kind of deal, getting Clubhouse. Some people would argue getting Clubhouse whiskey for free would not be a deal, but you know, they're kind of extreme. Are these both pretty good for like inexpensive blended whiskeys? They're pretty good because they have some nice little sweetness, but almost like a you know, that cream filling you get in the Cadbury cream. It's like a sugar cream. I don't know what else you call that. They have that character. Now, if you say, "I like intense charred oak," which you get in a really good bourbon, well, I mean, you're not going to get that here. You'll get oak, but not charred oak, because they're aging these in used barrels. Well, wait a minute, what am I saying? They're aged in charred oak, never before used barrels. Yeah, scratch that. What I just said. Yeah, it's aged in new charred oak barrels, because that's right. The straight whiskey. Ding dong, ding-a-ling, wake up, has to be straight whiskey. But you see, here's the rub on that. If it's 80% unaged, raw, just distilled grain alcohol, or as they call it, grain neutral spirits, that's going to override the other thing. You see, it's going to override any kind of real char action and all of that, because it's 80% of the volume, even if it's 75% of the volume, or in the case of Bay Street Spirits and some other ones, Kessler, 72.5%. So you just don't get the char thing, which some people would like, actually, because I know some people that can't stand that char. They're like, ugh. All right, so now we got to call it because we're running out of time. I got to go watch the news. Let's see. As far as which one's better, it's a washout. It's a tie on that. Do I think I know which is which? Maybe I think this is the Royale Club because of the nut oil, but my confidence level at this point is not high. It's actually low. But it is the Royale Club, and I'll take any win I can get at this point. So it's 6 wins, 3 losses, and 2 ties. So 6, 3, and 2. Well, that's not so bad. 6, 3, and 2. 6 wins, 3 losses, 2 ties. And we'll hope to increase it up to 9, 3, and 2 by the end. All right, Fungal says, "Good morning, fellas. Howdy. What news do you watch?" I watched Ben Shapiro and Jimmy Dore. Oh, I just watched the local NBC affiliate news on Saturday. All right, thanks, everybody.